first night, I focused and meditated and unpacked each word and phrase of stage one. Simple faith, complete surrender, making no promises, merely asking for His aid, and I pleaded that God would make that true in my life so I wouldn't return to self-destructive isolation. And He was faithful and brought me Samson brothers who have stayed with me through thick and thin. I'm never going back to isolation again. Never.
One night during that retreat, I went on a walk with one of my brothers. This person chose not to walk behind me or in front of me, but beside me.
The most valuable thing that I took away from the 48-hour weekend was the Course in Consequences. I went home and sat down every Saturday morning for 6 weeks with my Silas and went through all this stuff, everything that I'd ever done in my life, and he loved me and he accepted me anyways.
Sharing my burden and then carrying another brother's burden was an incredible picture of God's grace and mercy to all of us as we sat around the fire that morning.
I got home from the 48 hours retreat and I knew what I had to do. I picked up the phone, called my old boss and said, hey, can we have lunch? He said, sure. And so we got together that day and we sat down and we talked about old times and people we knew and how things were going. We got to the point where I looked at him and I said, I got to tell you something. And I reached in my pocket, I pulled out a check, and I pushed it across the table to him, and I said, this is $1,500. When I worked for you, I stole money from you. And this is what I owe you in repayment. He reached down and he picked up the check, and he looked at it, he folded it up, he put it in his pocket, and then we just went on talking about old times. I felt grace in that moment.
You know, our whole group had been together for about a year. We were having a great time, sharing things that we'd never shared before, experiencing a taste of freedom. So we decided that it was time to go on a retreat. And so we did. We went to our first 48 hours of frankness. By the end of the weekend, I came to the realization that our group was just getting started. This year, the 48 Hours of Frankness Tour is coming to 10 cities in 10 months. Over 400 men will get to experience the power of a great spiritual adventure, a journey through the path.
If you're afraid to come, then you must come. This is for you.
God has so much in store for you. If you're truly seeking a deeper relationship with the Lord and Jesus, man, you don't want to miss out on this 48 hours of frankness. I know it's changed my life. If you come, it'll change yours too.
Help me sing a
So
song
sign up.
of joy that comes as I repent.
Don't be a wuss about it.
Brother, will you help me as I grieve a while? Help me as I cry these tears of pride and self-contempt. Brother, will you help me walk this painful mile? Help me till I find release and start to live again.
A couple of years ago, I was looking on your website and saw these retreats, and I really badly wanted to go to the 48 hours that was in Tennessee and was trying to rig up a way to do it. I didn't have a car, and I was thinking, well, how long does it take to get on a train? What would a plane ride be? I'm blessed that it ended up in my state eventually, but something in you says something must move. That's what I felt inside. Something must move.
And action.
Don't be a wuss. It's time to man up.